everybody. How are we doing today? So today is going to be a bit of a mix-up day. We are going to be starting with some Pathfinder. Probably sometime around lunch, we will We will switch to Fall Guys. As Mux takes a study break. If you got any regulars in the chat at that time, then we will absolutely send out some invites for squads and stuff if we want. And then in the afternoon, I want to do a good chunk of Genshin, because I don't get to do it very often. Right, Penguin? Yeah. Okay, so last time we left it, we got asked to come here. And, then we stopped because I was tired, because we've been going for like 10 hours. I bring tidings in good measure and bad. As for the good, it seems the Restov Sword Lord Jamandi Eldori honors us with her attention. She jotted you a nice little letter. The bad tidings, she wants us to prove ourselves worthy of such recognition. Kitty, I have a problem and no one else to turn to but you. I need someone to travel to a town south of Restov, Varnhold. The town was founded by Mayor Varn. You met him at the reception to celebrate your new title. Recently, I've stopped getting reports from him. I didn't pay much attention to it, but in the past week, not a single traveler, merchant, or messenger from Varnhold has showed up in Rostov. We had somebody who was trying to go from our capital to Varnhold, and they disappeared as well. So, no one knows what has happened to the town. If I were you, I would make sure I was ready for this journey. The plains of Dunsword are dangerous. Also, we have yet to find out what was it that cut off communication with Varnhold? An attack, arcane magic, or some epidemic or plague? I would have gladly investigated the matter, but the current state of affairs dictates I refrain from dealing with this personally. I'm counting on you and your help. Head out for Dunsword and find out what or who stands behind the vanishing of Varnhold. I'm guessing this is like the next act. Remember that annoying Mayor Varn who couldn't stop pestering you? Seems like he grew tired of Aldori's leash, so he stopped answering the Sword Lord's letters. But Varn alone wouldn't raise so much concern. According to the letter, the settlement itself seems to have vanished. Jamandi Eldori expects your help with this matter, for she knows of your good relations with Mager. She asks you to go to Varnhold and find out why they have fallen silent. Oh my god, I can't fucking speak this morning. And why should I drop everything to rush to help the Sword Lords? I suppose that question would be better addressed to Lady Adore. Prepare the letter and send it immediately. I won't let some Restovic upstarts tell me what to do as if I were some servant. You really know how to talk to those insolent Sword Lords. I'll just go ahead and add some lines of my own to your letter. Probably so we don't get ourselves murdered. What do you think happened? A riot, a rebellion. But if that were the case, there would be refugees. Whatever happened there, it must have been sudden indeed. Perhaps a bandit attack, barbarians, a plague, whatever it was, no one outside Varnhold seems to know what happened. Maybe Varn just decided to stop talking to him. Judging by Aldori's letter, the silence doesn't seem voluntary. Otherwise, at least one person would have reached a neighbor and spoken about what had happened there. Alright, let's go then, and we'll find out what happened before it happens here too. Then it's time to gather a party and head to Varnhold, Your Grace. Penguin, what are we doing here? You want your spot? Hey? I am happy to see you, O most worthy one. A new gift and new stories await you. Still, I urge you to visit me at my workshop. I wish to share with you a rumor that may lead me to quit your realm, to suddenly embark on an adventure. Please, do not take long. Please, accept this fine item. It has been crafted according to the traditions of Udrani craftsmanship. Even in the impossible kingdoms, possessing something so precious would inspire awe and envy. Okay, thanks.
This time, the disaster didn't hit us, but our neighbors. Varnhold, a small town east of our barony, had been deserted in an instant.
There we go. That's better. Okay, reach Varnhold. Do I have anything? Do I have a lot of gear to sell? No, I do not. Okay. And that's our team. We don't have too much in the way of heals, but we kill everything so freaking fast that we can make do. And we do have some heals, so. It is annoying how this re-expands every time, though. Okay. I did make a settlement in Camlands, so we can... Okay, yeah, because that's part of that. Okay. I want to see how far along some of this stuff is. $17, 9, and 10. Kalika is an expert in mountaineering. Her knowledge could be useful for us while traversing mountain ranges. Doubles movement speed on mountainous terrain. Yeah, why not? Okay, so he's still working on one too, so I can't do too much. I could buy this though. Penguin, what are we doing? Hey? So you guys can see what she's doing. She keeps pawing at my hand. mean, I could do that. I should do this, because if I claim it, then I get my bonuses over there, too. Our investigation found that the cursed wishing well, which the locals believed was the source of their misfortune, is totally harmless and is not troubled by any magic. Dorsey, the rejected fiancé of a local girl, tried to use the well to curse the fae who he thought had bewitched his bride. The girl, Naita, also used the well to curse her own father. Both of these curses bore fruit, but the well was clearly not the reason. Some other power may have intervened to give the curses their power. Other theories are more complex. Perhaps the curses don't require the binding power at all. Perhaps Naita and Dorsey somehow managed to bring them to life of their own will, though neither of them was a mage. That's all we know for now. Perhaps we shall learn more as our research continues. The research has increased our understanding of arcane and divine magic. Okay. Okay, Jubilos wants a thing. Visitors. I guess we should go back then. Some of our dissatisfied subjects are packing their belongings. Well, no, don't leave. Where are you going? I don't know what the colors mean. I need to slowly get these all done too. Okay. I guess let's go back in to our capital then. Because if we got people that want to talk, we should do that on our way out. Hi! Ooh, select a save to import your character and the decisions you made while playing Varnhold's Lot into the main story. This choice is permanent. You won't be able to cancel it and import a different outcome unless you reload the game to a point before the import. Accept. Amazing! You managed to save your barony from an invasion of monsters from the First World, but you were not able to protect it from the attention of the First World's more powerful denizens. Believe it or not, but Kitty Corner has been chosen as the next location for the inconsequent debates. The fuck is that? A curious phenomenon that isn't very well known. They say it's based on a bet made by the eldest, the rulers of the First World, quite a long time ago. One day, one of them sent a delegation of Fae to Golarion. They announced where the competition would take place. Don't let the name fool you, it's anything but debates. The contest begins as soon as they have enough participants. The contest and the reward are different every time, although every time is a stretch. Only 3 such occasions are known over thousands of years. Anyway, it's happened again, and this time the reward is a chance to ask any question whatsoever of the host, the competition's mastermind. This creature, whoever it is, speaks on behalf of the eldest. Do you see why we can't miss such a chance? What? Just think, we have an opportunity to ask a question of the host, the messenger of the self-appointed deities of the first world, and demand an answer. The gnomes originally ventured from the first world, lost their immortality because of it, and received their curse in exchange, the bleaching. No one has discovered the reasons for it, and none can stave off its consequences. But if we manage to win the competition... Huh. You know anything about them? You never know what mad ideas the Fae might have cooked up. I only know one condition. Only teams of 3 are allowed to participate. Okay, who do you think we should take as our third? I think we should take Lindsay. Something tells me Fae are not likely to hold competitions in rope pulling or beer drinking, but the skills of a bard might come in handy. Besides, we should give the young lady a chance to channel some of that energy. Okay. Great, I'll mark the spot on the map where the competition will take place. The sooner we arrive there, the better. The Fae Lords don't wait forever. Hooray, we did it! Another attack has been repelled, and the barony is stronger than ever. Your grateful subjects even brought you a gift to honor this outstanding success. Unfortunately, now is no time to rest. While everyone was preparing for the last attack, I was looking for a way to overcome the curse. I read some ancient books, talked to the locals, and then I had a word with our storyteller. And we decided that, well, he'll tell it better. The storyteller clears his throat. I am a keeper of stories, Your Grace, and I have amassed a respectable collection over my long life. There are, of course, stories of curses among them. Ancient and dark, have taken thousands of lives, destroyed kingdoms, and brought down... Well, our curse isn't exactly a real curse. We think there is someone specific behind these attacks. Oh, I'm sorry. Realizing she interrupted this storyteller, Lindsay turns bright red. Tristan turns pale. It's not a curse? Then what is it? I'm more interested in defeating it than understanding it. Pfft. With swords and spells, of course. You can't chop an ancient curse to bits, but I'm sure the villain behind the attacks would suffice. Lindsay, I think the Baroness is asking whether we yet know the name of our adversary. Alas, the answer to that question is no, at least for now. Personally, I believe it is the work of some Fae. I recognize their hand, so to speak. Whoever or whatever caused these attacks, I'm sure they will continue. We must be ready to repel the next one. That's exactly what we'll do. Sooner or later, the villain will show himself. Once he slips up, we can finally punish him for all the trouble he's caused. Lindsay frowns belligerently. Tristan chuckles faintly. I didn't expect such vitriol from you, Lindsay. In any case, I would advise hearing this villain out before punishing him. We still have no idea why this unknown enemy is targeting us in particular. I'm sure we'll know our foe's face soon enough. We've repelled his attacks 3 times now. He must be reaching the limits of his patience. He won't get away with this forever. There you are. I've wanted to see you in person for a long time. All of Brevoy is talking about your feats. The girl is smiling curiously. Sizing you up, she finally nods to you. Mem Wobblegander, Wobblegander, the greatest goldsmith in Restov, at your service. Happy to meet the ruler of this land. You know, it's quite beautiful here. The view of a lake, surrounded by picturesque green forest, were inspiration for a lovely brooch design. I do have a sapphire, but no green jewels, and I have no idea who can help me with this. We're surrounded by simpletons here. You know nothing of sublime matters, except for you, of course. Mim looks at you meaningfully. Sure. Wonderful! I shall impatiently await your return. Get ready for anything. Well, that's specific. I want to light a candle. I don't know which one, though. Ooh, this one. I'm gonna like this one. Nothing like a good scented candle on a long weekend, eh? Also fire. Okay, now we head out. Okay, so I guess let's go do this, this thing first. We'll need Lindsay and Jubilost, I guess, because that's who it recommended. We'll do this first, because if we can get the mountains thing done, I think that'll probably be useful before we go into Varnhold, because there's a lot of mountains over there. So if we can go quicker... Okay, let's level up Jubilos, though. Ooh. Oh, what is this? Oh, that could be awesome. I'm gonna take this. I need to give somebody religion in this team, I think. Maybe even start giving myself some religion. And then I need to make sure he's actually got that equipped, because... Attend the debates. Okay, so it's up here. Peaceful travelers. Okay, let's approach the peaceful travelers. This candle smells good.
Step.
Figured it would be him. I want to see if there's any... Meh. Anything I can sell? I should actually, when I'm in the capital, I should actually, like, equip some of this shit on people. Just so that I know who I want to have what. I was actually kind of productive this morning. I'm impressed with myself. I got dishes done. I vacuumed. And... Sure, that might be it. That might actually be it. Oh, I did the litter boxes. See, I knew I did something. Alright, let's see what this deal is. A very pale gnome with dull, brittle hair is scribbling something busily on a small scroll, not looking up as you approach. Ah, here you are, at last. Go read the rules quickly. They're posted a little further along. The other teams already arrived a while ago. The host said we'll start as soon as you show up and read the rules. Of course, I'm famous enough for my admirers to know my every move, but still, I'd like to know. How did you know we were coming? The gnome shrugs. The host said so. Well, are you going to keep wasting time? Read the rules and we'll start. Is the kobolds team a couple of squirrels? I think the kobolds team is a couple of squirrels. And then this guy's team is a couple of frogs. And then this guy has people. Fixing his glasses, Jubilos looks at the paper describing the rules. Well, let's see. I'll read out loud so that everyone can hear. Rules of the inconsequent debates. Year to be added later. I see the authors didn't overstrain themselves. So the rules. Item 1. Obey the host in everything. Item 2. Come in triplets. Item 3. No fighting, no killing each other, even temporarily. Even if you really want to. Even if you apologize later. Item 4, the most important one. The participant must assume the shape of a giant frog. A frog? What does that have to do with anything? Those are the right rules for the competition. What irresponsible wordmonger man... What is this? Am I a frog? Something is obviously wrong here. Examination offers nothing. Just like anything else that involves the Fae, the rules scroll look ordinary and suspicious at the same time. I don't know what to believe. Maybe it's supposed to happen? So we're just going to leave it as it is. I have a better idea. Let Lindsay buy us some time. I'll talk to the other participants. Don't worry about anything. I'll go run to the host and ask him a few questions for my book. It'll buy you some time. You start looking for whoever is responsible for this. Greetings, I am Sir Alfrey, loyal follower of the Tentacles of Yomade, knight, noble, and crusader from Mendev. Tentacles, oh yes, my knightly motto used to be courteous even in death, but I'm afraid it must now be changed to severing the tentacles of evil. Okay. In just a few phrases, he managed to pour more pomposity on us than I can manage in a week. Quite a talent. Tentacles of evil. And why is it that you want to change the motto, sir? You see, upon my arrival, I immediately went to read the tentacles of the event. The tentacles? But Guile already had me in its tentacles. The rules were charmed, and everyone who reads them must say tentacles every so often. Which is happening to me just now. Tentacles. If I can't get rid of this affliction, at least tentacles! I can make it into my motto. You don't often meet an Aasimar in these lands. I'm an Aasimar. Do you have any idea who could have done this to the rules? It was done by one of the participants who allowed their tentacles to guide their heart. Including you and me and my tentacles, 4 teams of 3 arrived. I swear by my tentacles, my service to the most honest Yomade would never allow such tentacles. Nor would I suspect you and your outstanding companions, noble tentacles and all. Look for the villain among the other 2 teams. He should have said among the other 2 tentacles. That would have been much more amusing. Did you try to talk to the host about this? I did, in the name of tentacles, but Faye think that cheating within the rules is tentacles and perfectly appropriate. As a true knight, I must overcome these tentacles resolutely. Are you participating in the debates? I most certainly am, by my tentacles. I have come here to carry out the will of my tentacles and set a good example for my tentacles. And possibly to find a new way to fight tentacles. That is, demons. If I win, the Fae might answer all my tentacles. I'm gonna go now. Before you leave, let me ask you, and in the name of tentacles, don't consider it idle curiosity. What indeed brought you to the tentacles debates? That would be me. I asked for the Baroness's help in this in this endeavor because winning will let us ask what made the what caused the gnomes to leave the first world. For me, these tentacles are something more than mere scientific curiosity. I'm amazed how inquisitive the tentacles of your mind are, sir. I admit, it's the first tentacles that I've ever talked to such a learned frog. Tentacles! Forgive me my ignorance, but it never even crossed my feeble tentacle that there are educated ones among your race. He thinks I'm an actual frog. Or, well, he thinks Jubilos is an actual frog. For the love of Deza, I'm not a frog! Let it be known to you, sir, that you are speaking to Jubilos Northruppel, well-known publicist and researcher. This shape, but the consequence of a silly prank. I'm a gnome, and that is why I'm participating in the debates. To learn how my race received the affliction called the bleaching, and discover a way to fight it. It sounds like they just get old. In that case, I wish our worthy rivals good tentacles. In the name of truth, justice, and tentacles! A little kobold raises his little stone at you. Greetings! Why do you have those jerboas there? The kobold lowers his head. Face say, need 3. I know 3. I know friends. Wanted go very much. Caught this jump mice. Now we are 3. Participate. It's like a spell was cast over my friend when he read the rules. Did anything like that happen to you? I don't read. Gnome help me. Read for me. Aloud, but then scream. I scared. What do you want to ask those if you win? Dragon! Help become dragon! I'm a go. See you! The pale gnome reads aloud enthusiastically. Oh god, I swear to god I can read, guys. And the young wizard desperately thrashed about in his fetters, but all in vain. The shoots of the plants held him tightly. The nymph, cruel and beautiful, sneered at him and immediately what? And immediately anything. The left frog is mocking the right one. Does this book ever end? I thought the wizard would die in the last chapter, while he was running from the horde of unicorns through fields of giant fly traps. Oh, like you understand anything about literature, you stupid toad. The gnome looks at you. Oh, hello again, travelers. It seems I haven't introduced myself. I'm Nerd Zottenroppel, and these 2 idiots are my brothers, Vire and Luar. The little kobold said one of you helped him read the rules. Yes, that's true, but he wasn't trying to read the frog rules. They're different on every pole. One turns you into frog, another makes you say tentacles, and the third one makes you scream like crazy. Hilarious, right? Not remotely. You look pale. She looks bleached. She looks bleached. Jubilo's voice is grim. It's alright. I've still got a fair bit of fight left in me. The Zottenroppels don't go down easy. Nerd smiles cunningly. My brothers and I lost our color long ago, but death still hasn't taken us. Are you participating in the debates? Sure, although really we're just here to see the show. We figured it would be fun, and we were right. What did the nymph immediately do to the wizard? It's too much to tell. She keeps him hostage for another 4 chapters. I like it when it's more like real life. In this author's last book, he escapes from the evil wizard in 5 minutes. Never mind, I'll talk to you later.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Okay. Are you participating in the debates too? The kobold brightens. Yes, participate. I participate. Amazing. We'll be competing against the inarticulate kin of unforgettable Tartuk. The kobold looks at Jubilos with interest. Huge frog! You speak? Can we mount you? I feed you ants, clean you skin. I'm Raider. And the list of all the job offers I've ever received that will be honorably placed in the I'm ready to cry section. There's gotta be something I didn't say then. So you're a Mendevian crusader. Truly spoken, I hope you've heard about our glorious tentacles. Our order fights demons fearlessly preventing their tentacles from spreading across the world. It actually works in some instances. Aasimars are not so uncommon in our tentacles. Celestials are known to aid Mendevian crusaders in our war against the demons. Sometimes this camaraderie sparks a tentacle. I mean, personal attraction. But just the presence of a holy celestial nearby can sometimes cause the birth of an Aasimar child. See? Easy as tentacles. Why are you calling the frogs your brothers? Ha! These fools read the rules, and the rules are charmed. Nerd's colorless and dim eyes flare up with a mad and joyful fire. Anyone who reads them turns into a frog, so now I have 2 frog brothers. I guess I'll leave them as they are. When else will I ever have a chance to laugh so much? And why are they both frogs? Did they read them together? Yes! Nerd responds quickly. Nah, the frog on the right says happily. Shut up, Loire. Of course we did. We read them and we transformed. Now we're sitting and croaking. You are confused, my friends. If one of you read the rules for the kobold, why isn't one of you screaming? How was it that both your brothers were turned into frogs? And if Nerd already saw what happened and knew the rules were charmed, then why did she tell us to read them? Do you suspect us of some... Do you suspect us of something? Why would we charm the rules and read them ourselves? Or make you read them and put a spell on you? Nerd adjusts her ridiculous helmet and strikes a rakish pose. Because you're gnomes! Only a gnome could think of playing a joke on everyone around and then joyfully get caught in their own prank. You're farsighted and loud voice. I like you! Answer clearly. Did you charm the rules? Why are you picking on us? Our sister is the one who did it. Enough snitching, Loire. You're just jealous that it was Nerd who came up with the idea. And why did you do it? So boring. We wanted to, so we did it. Just think how funny it will be. Debates where all the participants are screaming or talking about tentacles or just croaking. Nerd roars with laughter. But we're honest players, so we charmed ourselves too. We wouldn't want an unfair advantage. I kind of want to let Jubilo stay as a frog. Can I save? Oh, well, I say it's a fine prank. Let everything stay as it is. Amazingly, Jubilo sighs with relief. Ah, there you are. Glad I found you. I stalled for as long as I could, but now it's time to begin. Let's go, quickly. The hooded creature looks mundane, but after looking for a long time, one might notice the figure's contours tremble and flow as in a haze. Welcome to the Inconsequent Debates. You can call us the host. We are the reason for all that happens here today. You've read the rules, have you not? Not that there is anything useful in them. We only made up the real rules the day after tomorrow, then forgot them and had to make new ones. So it's simple. You want as your reward for us to answer a question. So the competition will involve answering questions. We ask and one in each triplet answers, and always the same one. The others can only prompt. Let's see. It will be you, Little Kobold, you, Sir Alfrey, you, Nerd, and you, Kitty. I kind of wish he had picked one of the squirrels. That would have been hilarious. Remember one thing here at the Inconsequent Debates. There are no right or wrong answers. Every answer has weight, and each will be weighed. Don't choose the lightest one. Your rival might find a heavier argument, and most importantly, light answers are no fun for us. Why do you need to do all of this? Win the competition and ask. Those are the rules of the game, right? Hell no! We are not wasting a precious question to discover the motives of the Fae and their lores. I don't have the imagination to think how absurd and silly their answer might be. Let's begin. Begins! We are ready. The knight nods resolutely, despite the tentacles. Alright, let's see how tough they have it in the first world. Some of you look so serious. Thus we'll begin with a question about weighty matters. What can move a mountain? Jubilos, Lindsay, what's her answer? Oh, I shouldn't have skipped my philosophy lessons at the academy. Such problems baffle me. It's not because I can't think of an answer, but because I think of 1,000 of them all at once. I don't know where I can hide from them. Time. Time can move a mountain, damn it. That wasn't one of the options. Let's see. We are dealing with Fae in the first world, and they told us clearly that trivial answers won't cut it. I think the good answer is its own will. In the first world, mountains often change position, and there's at least one that does it of its own free will. That's Ulas, one of the Tane, the walking mountain. Its own will, then. We heard you. What will the others say? What can move a mountain? The little kobold frowns desperately. Maybe... Dragon! Dragon can move mountain! Faith and divine intervention. Do you hear, my faithful tentacles? Faith nourishes us. With devout faith in our tentacles and a righteous cause, everything is within our tentacles. A teleportation spell. I could probably manage moving a hill or two. In fact, that gives me an idea. We have heard you. Now you hear us. Of course, gods and magic can move mountains. But that answer is good for any question. How can one jump over the house? Magic. How to paint a fence yellow using blue paint? Divine intervention. Such light answers are the weakest. A good answer is its own will. Will and desire lie at the base of all our motions, action, and decision. If a mountain has a will, it will surely find a way to move. That was an interesting round. Let the next question be heard. What weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? Jubilost? What? I'm sorry, I got distracted. Those mosquitoes are so delicious. The frog stops for a moment and then starts to curse. Demons, take these mosquitoes. I'll go mad in this shape. So the answer, I think, is glory. It can't belong to many, otherwise the value of each is diminished. What weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? I kind of want to say a secret, though. I think I'm going to go with a secret. Because a secret dies when nobody knows it. And the more people that know it, then, like, the less strong the secret is. The kobold looks as if he's about to cry. I don't know this! Maybe it's dragon? It's the knight's heart. I swear by my tentacles. It can belong to himself or to his righteous cause, or to his greatest tentacles. It can't belong to everybody. Freya, look how I can roll my eyes. Fools, concentrate on the competition. This won't do. We won't accept the answer from the Zottenroppel triplet this round, but you are a spectacular eye roller. Now, as for the other answers, the heart is not the best answer. Even among knights, there are many whose heart belongs to beautiful women and a beloved mother, plus their friends, their commander, their righteous cause, and a delicious lunch. Especially a delicious lunch. And it doesn't seem that those hearts that belong to many grow any weaker. A secret is a good answer. The more souls know it, the less mysterious it is. But without a single bearer, it will die. Your triplet wins this round, Baroness. All right, guys, hold tight. We will do the third question in a moment. I will be right back.